Welcome to the Journey of Becoming. I'm your host, Karrie Mitten. Before we get started, a quick question. Are you ready to break through to your next level? Up-level Your Life Consulting is where executive success meets soul-aligned strategy. If you're a high-performing woman who's accomplished a lot, but deep down knows there's more clarity, more impact, more freedom, more you, then this is your moment. Our executive coaching is for women who are ready to turn their creativity into confidence and purpose, balancing the demands of business, family, and faith, but craving more ease and joy in the process. Determined to move past fear, step into expansion, and believe boldly in what they've built. Looking for a trusted transformational guide who helps them rise higher without losing themselves along the way. With personalized coaching, proven mindset tools, and strategic vision building, we don't just scratch the surface, we go deep to unlock your full potential. This isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more of who you truly are. Let's talk about what's possible for you. Book a free clarity call today, and let's create a bold vision for the next level of your becoming. Visit www.uplevelyourlifeconsulting.com to schedule your call today, because you did not come this far to only come this far. And now, on with the show. Our guest today is Andrea, the owner and creative force behind Tea Candles, where she specializes in teaching hands-on candle making classes that bring people together through creativity and connection. Through her workshops, she serves individuals, groups, and organizations looking for something unique and meaningful, from girls' nights and private celebrations to corporate team building events. Her mission is simple: to provide not just a candle, but an experience, one that inspires creativity, relaxation, and a real sense of accomplishment. Andrea's journey is one of faith, perseverance, and passion. What started as a spark of creativity has become a growing business that lights up lives. Proof that with courage and consistency, even small beginnings can shine brightly. So, Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Carrie.
Absolutely. So excited. First of all, I love candles myself. And so we talked a little bit earlier and I love hearing your story. So let me ask you this question. Every transformation starts with a turning point. So, can you share with us a pivotal moment or a decision in your life or business that made you realize that you're meant to do what you're doing today?
Absolutely. I think I did when I did my first class, I was extremely nervous. Um, and I remember I there were so many wrongs that could happen. You're just trying something for the first time. You never know what can go
Mhm.
right or wrong. But the end of the class, I look around everyone's faces and it was just pure enjoyment, and it just made me feel like, you know what, I actually teach a class,
Mhm.
and this is so rewarding for me.
Mhm.
And watching people smile, um I enjoy that. um it's just one of those things that I feel like with my classes, I'm like the connector. Oftentimes we watch strangers become friends. And so that's one of the things that I realized, you know what? I want to keep going. I want to keep moving forward. I love this. I love this for me. I love this for people. I love bringing people together. And I think that's what makes it. This is it.
Mhm.
Candle is teaching candles is what brings me joy.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, we always want to lean into what makes us come alive, right? What brings me joy, because then we know that we're on the right path. So prior to doing candles, you mentioned earlier that you were creating t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
And
I
so tell us the transition from that to candle making. How did that come about?
So I was doing t-shirt customized order. There is a lot of t-shirt maker out there. It was very challenging, and so I started becoming questioning myself. And there was a lot of financial responsibility that actually it didn't go so well. And that's one of the things that people don't understand with business. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Mm,
And the it was just something that I wasn't expecting. I thought I enjoy doing t-shirt. I could say I'm a crafty person.
mhm,
Um, but then at the end of the day, it was just not making me feel like myself. It was making me feel as though I just want to wake up in the morning and just don't want to do it, period. I just want to cancel all orders. I don't want to do it. And so I stumbled upon a YouTube video of someone making candle, and it just started interest me. And I did my first candle, and I was so proud of myself because I love candles too. I love burning candles. I just love candles. And so I kept on going and going. But at the end of the day, I can't do two things at once. So I made the hard decision to discontinue my t-shirt business and to focus more on my candle.
mhm,
Um, at the end of the day, you have to look at so many factors. Um, One was causing me to lose a lot of money. The
mm,
other one was kind of looking profitable and
mhm.
had a lot of interest. And so I made the decision to move towards candle making.
Mhm, mhm. And it sounds like it just, like you said, it brings you so much joy in
Yeah,
seeing the joy on other people's faces doing it. And, again, when you're doing something that you love and it brings you joy and it serves the highest good for you and the highest good for all, you can't go wrong, right? I
exactly.
know, however, there's obviously as an entrepreneur, there's always some obstacles facing you as an entrepreneur. So what is one of the biggest obstacles that you faced on your journey and how did you overcome it?
One of the obstacle I face in my journey is absolutely trying to prove people wrong. There's always critics,
Mm,
sometimes even myself. I'm the biggest critics.
yeah.
And if I keep those are kind of like a blockage.
Mm,
So you at the end of the day, you have to like step in and
mm,
say, okay, am I gonna look at it and let this get to me?
mm,
Um, or am I gonna look at it at a positive and keep on moving forward, learn
mm,
from it? I've had a lot of people like question me. Um, didn't believe that, think that my candle is just a hobby, just another little hobby I'll just put aside, kind of like I did with my t-shirt. And so that really pushed me to become stronger, to become someone that I want to do this. I'm
mm,
finding joy.
mhm,
Um, I do not care if whatever they say, that's fine. I don't care anymore. But I have to do it for me.
mhm,
Um, and sometimes I do struggle. There are times when, am I doing the right thing? We're always that little, uh,
mm,
what do you call it? That little shoulder
mhm,
whisper in your
mhm,
ears, like, are you have self-doubt in yourself sometimes,
mm,
but there are other little things that keep you going. So
mm,
one of the things that keep me moving forward is my daughter.
mm, mm,
I've watched her watch me and kind of mimic me.
mhm,
And so it is just the realization that, you know what? I want to keep going because of her,
mhm,
because I want to teach her a lesson to let her know that there are going to be times when it's not always going to be positive.
mhm,
You're always going to have you're always going to have negativity, but take those moments and try to look on a positive side of it. How can we change someone's negative view of the things you do? How can you become the woman you are? And so I just kind of like, that's my element, that's my goal, that's my
yeah.
it's my struggles, that's my to go keep going.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. And it's really about building your internal um set point, right? We don't want to borrow the opinion and the approval of other people. We want to feel confident and worthy in our own skin, and decide for ourselves, not let other people make that decision for us, right? And so what you're building in your daughter is just that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And irregardless of what the conditions or the circumstances are in your life, irregardless of what people are saying about you or about what you're doing, as long as you know in your heart that it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do, right? And
Absolutely.
so that's beautiful. And I love, you talked about self-doubt, right? We all, as an entrepreneurs, all have self-doubt. I mean, I've been doing life coaching now for 7 years, and I still have that little person on my shoulder saying, "Who's going to listen to you? And who's going to come to who's going to listen to your podcast? And who's going to, come to your class? And who's going to?" And I've learned over the years how to love on that part of me that still is trying to protect me, right? It's trying to protect me, but it's also keeping me it's keeping me small, playing small. And I love that part of me. I still love that part of me, but I know that I'm much, much greater than that. Yeah. And so that's what you're teaching your daughter, and that's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So, where do you see yourself in 3 years?
Um, in 3 years, I am actually hoping to expand in Illinois.
Mhm.
Um, the idea and the concept of my business is for it to become like a home party. Because I'm kind of I don't have a storefront. So I'm operating in my home, but I have the idea of home parties. I'm a mobile candle bar making. So I want people to know my name, Tea Candles.
Mhm.
So you can book a candle class at the comfort of your home.
Mhm.
And that's where I see myself, and possibly a storefront. So
Mhm.
um,
Beautiful.
it it's a back and forth thing. Right now, because of the uncertainty of a lot of things, like with the economy and with that, I mean, everyone is always like, why don't you do a storefront? Why don't you do a storefront? Well, I'm not ready.
Mhm.
I'm really not ready. And I
Yeah.
think when the time has come, I'll know.
Yeah.
And it's a big step. Having a storefront is a really huge step and a commitment. And I've watched a lot of my small business friend recently decided to close or to move back to online. And that's part of my consideration too.
Mhm.
But I'm not ruling out the expansion. And like
Mhm.
I said, I want to be able to the whole of Illinois or even to a different state. So
Mhm.
I'd like to come to you and host
Yeah.
a class. Yeah,
Absolutely. I think that is what sets you apart from a lot of the other candle makers is that you are mobile, right?
yes,
That's amazing, and I think that that's a really cool option. So, you kind of have to set yourself a rise from the crowd, right? Yeah, the
exactly.
sameness from the sea of
Right.
sameness, and do something that is different and unique. And I think that's beautiful.
And we have some people who, they can't mm, get out of their homes. But they're also wanting to enjoy an experience.
Mm,
So the idea is I'm bringing the experience to you, the comfort of your home. And so the same joy you can have at a different location is the same joy I can bring to directly to you.
mm,
And I just want everyone to have that memorable moment to just do something, learn something.
mhm,
Um, there is nothing like watching someone create a candle and being in awe,
mm,
because like, again, we're going into self-doubt yourself.
mhm,
And
mhm.
I've had a lot of people just like, I'm not a creative person. but they had the most creative candles.
Yes, yeah.
Bringing that experience to everyone is
Yeah.
the goal.
I can see that. And it lights you up when you speak about it. So I definitely know this is your calling. It's beautiful to see. So looking back on everything that you've gone through to get to where you are today, what's one piece of advice that you would share with our listeners when, as maybe somebody who is on their entrepreneurial journey?
Mhm. Definitely do your research. I would say just because something looks great for someone else doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be great. We often see people in love, again, I'm going to use a storefront as an example, in love with the idea of a storefront. And I feel like a lot of pressure from small business owner is that you have a business, you have to rush in to get that storefront.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a lot of consideration. So definitely do your research. If you start seeing your profit within 1 to 3 years, and maybe consider, um, I would definitely say too is that believe in yourself, believe that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there is so many things to take in consideration, um, and you'll know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
You just,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you, Andrea, for showing us and sharing with us your incredible journey. It's been a pleasure hearing about, all the lessons that you've learned along the way. I'm sure our listeners are feeling inspired to take bold steps in their own lives. So, before we wrap up, where can our listeners connect with you and learn more about your work?
absolutely. You can visit tcandlesdecatur.com. That will take you to my website, and it will take you to my Facebook and Instagram page as well.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here today. I know your story is going to leave our listeners feeling empowered and ready to take action. So, for everyone tuning in, remember your journey of becoming starts with one brave step. So, take it today. Until next time, keep embracing your transformation.